Hi everybody, welcome back. Glenn here out on the Yabaroo Fire Trail, I'm gonna say. As you can see, it's quite soft and sandy, so getting a little bit of sandy work in. 16 weeks out from the Delirious West. I want to put out this video on pacing this week. I was asked the question on one of the message boards during the week, how do you pace for a 200-mile trail race? So what I'm going to talk on today is how I did it last year, what improvements I think I could learn from last year, and hopefully you can learn from them too, and just probably a few things to consider whenever you're coming up with your pacing plan. Just that might potentially throw a spanner in the works. Today again, I am training with my heart rate. I'm trying to keep it super low, which you all should be doing too if you are doing the 200-mile race. So pacing for me is, hopefully you can see, but today I'm on a very soft sandy section for the next kind of 6-7k. The reason I've done that is so that I can work out just how slow or how fast I'll be going for my pacing in the sandy sections of the Delirious West, which, spoiler alert for anybody that hasn't done it, there is a few. So obviously your pace that you're going to run on for the soft sandy stuff at an easy effort, remember easy effort, it's going to be a different pace than if you're running on a groomed trail or a nice section of asphalt or a nice limestone compact path. It's going to be different than if you're running on a beach with deep thick sand in it, trying to scramble up steep sand dunes with soft sand on it. All these things are going to come into play, so whenever you're thinking about pace, take them things into consideration. For everybody that's still tuned in at this stage, there's going to be another little video come out this week as well on pacers. Don't tell everybody it's switched off. And kind of some of the key things that I think pacers should be doing and shouldn't be doing, and also an idea of how many pacers you potentially might need. So keep your eye out for that. I'll put a link up above. It'll come out in a few days as well. So back to pacing, and as you can see, I'm walking again. Heart rate's starting to creep up. It is still soft sand, a little bit of a climb. Not sure if that'll come out. Peter Jones doesn't think I'm ever climbing. He just says that it doesn't look like a climb to me. But there are real important things that you need to consider whenever you're coming up with a pacing plan. Last year, the way I worked my pace plan was, I knew that on a road marathon, 50k, 100k, even a 100-miler, I had certain paces that I could achieve. And I thought I'd be a little bit conservative and start off. Pretty much the way I worked it last year was I was going to run constantly for a 10-minute K. So not constantly, but that's what I wanted to average between each aid station up until the first sleep station, which was 140k into it. So that was my pacing plan for the first sleep station. Second sleep station, I had thought, well, after 140k up until the next kind of 200 odd, I'm gonna get tired, so let's go with a 15-minute K. And the last sleep station, let's just go with oh sorry, road closed, burn off. Ew. Wasn't expecting that. So, as I say, kind of the last section, 22k, and I really thought that that was achievable. That was gonna be fine. So I didn't think too much about it, to tell you the truth. Now, in theory, it all worked. It got me to my cut-off times okay. It got me to the end within the cut-off time, and it gave me a guideline, and that's probably the key thing I want you to take away from this, is whatever pace you kind of work out or you think you're going to do, use it as a guideline. The terrain varies so much in that 350k that you just won't be able to keep off or keep a certain pace constantly the whole way through the race. So I'm sure everybody's figured that out, but the key thing is try and get out onto the terrain that you're going to be running on the race. Try and find out exactly which sections are going to be limestone, which sections are going to be soft sand, which sections are going to be sand dunes, and maybe just dive a little bit more into the details of what I need to do on this race and pacing. Now, if you've been following my videos, you'll know that last week I put out, 2 weeks ago, I put out a video on going with heart rate, which is what I'm gonna be doing for the majority of the race. Yes, I will have my overall time at each goal or at each aid station, because I still have my goal that I want to try and achieve, and I'll base my average pace on that. But I'm not going to get bogged down and worried about it, because whenever things were bad last year, or whenever I was on certain parts of trail, I probably pushed too hard trying to keep that certain pace, not realizing that later on in the race there's good sections that you could potentially be running. So certainly from Denmark, where I spent a lot of time walking, there seemed to be a lot of sections that you could run that you would have made up time on. At that stage my damage was already done. I'd already picked up the injury, so it wasn't an option for me running at that point, which is certainly one of the things I regret. So hopefully that's gives you all something to think about in terms of pacing for the 200-mile race. As I say, takeaway points should be: 1, if your goal is just to finish it, just kind of work off your cut-off times, and that's what you should be beating. If you're doing slightly better at each cut-off point, have a look and be real honest with yourself. Are you pushing too hard? Can you slow down a bit? And try and conserve some of that energy. And 2, the pace that you're going is really only guidelines. So whenever you're going up the sand dunes and you're really slow and it feels really slow, just remind yourself that you're running to that section of trail, you're running to that terrain, you're not necessarily worried about your overall pace. And believe that there will be easier sections, like I've just hit on the asphalt now, and probably going 2-minute Ks quicker without any effort. So can't stress enough, it's all about the trail as well. So hope you've got something from this little video. 16 weeks left, it's getting closer for everybody that's hung around to the end. I can't stress enough. Hope your training's going well, I really do. Thanks for everybody that's reached out this last kind of couple of weeks on the message boards, and that just blows my mind still. I really feel like some people's getting some good from these videos, which, trust me, makes up the time that it takes to get them out there. It makes it worthwhile, so thanks for that. And if you like this video, as usual, hit the like button. If you're one of the 62% that doesn't subscribe, please subscribe. If you've watched to the end and you've seen this, you've got something from it. So yeah, hit that subscribe button please, and have fun on the trails. Chat soon.